Hey there, ancient history fans. We all know about the famous pyramids of Egypt, right? Massive tombs for the pharaohs, built to ensure their safe passage to the afterlife. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for example, was made for Pharaoh Khufu, one of the greatest wonders of the ancient world. But did you know the whole pyramid building trend didn't actually start with those giant wonders? It began with something simpler but just as mind-blowing: the Step Pyramid of Giza, a groundbreaking structure built about 4,700 years ago in Saqqara. This isn't just a regular pyramid. For the ancient Egyptians, it was more like a massive experiment, a way to test out their building skills before going on to build even larger pyramids. And if that's not interesting enough, the real mystery lies underground, where there's a network of tunnels stretching over 3.5 miles. Some researchers think these might have been part of an advanced water system that could totally change what we know about pyramid construction. So, let's dive in and uncover the secrets of the Step Pyramid of Giza, the underground maze, and even some wild theories about how ancient Egyptians may have used water to build this engineering marvel. The Step Pyramid of Giza is located in Saqqara, a vast burial ground just outside of ancient Memphis. Built for Pharaoh Giza, a ruler from Egypt's 3rd dynasty, this pyramid is 7 layers high and stands about 200 feet tall, a colossal feat for its time. Today, we see it as an amazing achievement in ancient architecture. But for the people of that time, it was revolutionary. Instead of building a simple, rectangular tomb called a mastaba, which was typical before, Giza's architects kept adding layers, transforming it into a pyramid with 6 unique steps. This step pyramid design laid the groundwork for the iconic, smooth-sided pyramids we're all familiar with today. But what's really fascinating is what surrounds the pyramid. There's a massive trench known as the Dry Moat, which is up to 164 feet wide, about 65 feet deep, and wraps around the pyramid in a rectangular shape. Imagine how much earth and rock they had to dig out for that. In fact, it's estimated that the volume of this trench is 10 times greater than the pyramid itself. For a long time, people thought this trench was just a quarry, a place to dig up stone and clay for the pyramid's construction. But here's where things get strange. When you look closely, the trench doesn't really fit with ancient quarrying methods. It's too deep, too narrow, and some sections even have rocky ceilings that would make it nearly impossible to use as a quarry. So, what was it for? Some historians believe it might have had spiritual importance, possibly a place where souls could gather to serve the late king in the afterlife. The walls of the trench even have niches, which might hint at some sort of ceremonial function. But the idea that this was added later still leaves us asking, what was the original purpose of this massive trench? In 2020, a researcher proposed an intriguing theory. What if this trench was actually designed to collect and control water? Picture this: the Step Pyramid complex is located in an area that could have easily flooded with runoff water from nearby hills after a heavy rainfall. This trench might have been part of a larger hydraulic system, helping to manage that water. Here's where it gets even more exciting. Some researchers suggest that this trench wasn't just a water collector but part of a complex water treatment system, with various compartments connected by tunnels. As water flowed from one compartment to the next, it would get cleaner, moving through the underground system. But it doesn't stop there. The theory goes that the water in these underground shafts might have even powered a hydraulic lift system, a giant water-powered elevator that could have been used to raise heavy stones for the pyramid's construction. Think of it like a volcano, but instead of lava, water did the heavy lifting. Imagine a big, deep hole at the center of the pyramid site. Inside it, a massive wooden platform, or float, sat at the bottom. When the workers needed to lift a heavy stone, they'd fill the shaft with water, making the platform rise with the stone on top. Once it reached the right height, they'd slide the stone off the platform and onto the pyramid, then drain the water and let the platform return to the bottom for the next stone. If true, this clever hydraulic lift system would have been a game changer, allowing the Egyptians to build with fewer laborers and far less effort. But not everyone agrees with this theory. Some experts argue that Saqqara couldn't have provided enough water to maintain such an elaborate hydraulic system, especially if they only relied on occasional rain. According to this view, the trench might have been meant for something else entirely. Then there's the question of whether building such a hydraulic system would have taken even more labor than simply moving the stones the old-fashioned way. And, of course, Djoser's pyramid stones were relatively small, weighing around 660 pounds each, much lighter than the multi-ton blocks used in later pyramids. If the water lift theory doesn't hold up, we still need to explain how they managed to build the pyramid. Some researchers think it was likely a combination of ramps and manual labor rather than any water-based system. And remember, this pyramid didn't start as a pyramid at all. Initially, Djoser's tomb was supposed to be a simple mastaba. But over time, they kept adding layers, transforming it into a 6-step pyramid, each level smaller than the one below. This construction style gave the Egyptians a foundation to experiment, learning the skills that would later be essential for building the smooth-sided pyramids like the Great Pyramid of Giza. The Step Pyramid of Djoser is an incredible reminder of the ingenuity of ancient Egyptian builders, their architectural skills, and maybe even their early experiments with water-based engineering. Whether or not they actually used water-powered lifts, the possibility alone is enough to show just how advanced they might have been. There's still so much we don't know about this incredible structure, and as researchers uncover more, we may find that ancient Egyptians were even more innovative than we imagined. Thanks for tuning in. If you're as fascinated by ancient history as we are, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more amazing content, and let us know in the comments what theories you find most convincing. Plus, check out these other videos on the mysteries of ancient Egypt.